From the studios of VK Media and streamed over the Broadband Box Office Network, it's the Greater Jersey Buzz, covering Greater New Jersey and beyond. We bring you interviews with authors, athletes, musicians, poets, and singers, the movers and shakers of our time. And now, here's your hosts, Lou and Daisy.
Hello, folks. Boy, we're glad to be here this evening. Welcome to the show. Welcome to all our affiliates all over the world. As I am so pleased to be communicating with you. And our words our traditional comments are peace and love. So we say that tonight and say it so sincerely with all our heart. Tonight we have such a special entertainer, a special guest, such a privileged entertainer in that she has achieved so many achievements in the world of music. And I have also with me my partner, my co-host, Daisy.
Your partner in crime.
My partner in crime. Say hello, Daisy, to the world.
Hello, world. Christina.
Chris.
Everyone knows Christina because you've been all over the place. You've been on a couple of morning shows, right?
I have.
I know you have.
Yes, I've been on CBS TV.
I've been Googling.
And PBS television and so many things. Wonderful.
You name it. She's been there.
You know what else I found out today?
What?
That you also took part in a 30-second Domino's commercial.
I did. 30-second and 60
I bet you didn't know
seconds.
that.
No, I didn't.
Okay,
I really didn't
see?
know that.
See?
Well, it's in my bio there. It's feeding back. Does everyone hear me properly? I guess they do.
Yeah, that's never happened before. Pat,
No,
it's feeding back?
It's kind of feeding back. Hello, everybody out there in the whole entire world. Isn't that incredible?
I just can't wait to hear your music.
It would be so much fun. We should actually, I wish we could do it and listen to the Domino's Pizza commercial because it's so much fun. I have a 30-second version and a 60-second.
And I was like, that was like so creative.
It's
I'm
creative,
like,
right?
Bring that
Have
up.
you been singing all your life?
All
your life?
Lou, my mother had the most beautiful voice, and I sang as a little girl. I guess I was getting ready for this my whole entire life. I used to walk around. We lived on Long Island, and after I was born in Brooklyn, but then we moved to Long Island when I was 3, and I used to walk around the whole house, the gardens, sing to the flowers, sing outside, but I never expected to be a singer. So I should have taken a clue from when I was a kid, I think. And
this genre of music that you do, that's always been your main passion, or have you thought about venturing out on different, lending your voice in different
I have definitely thought of lending my voice in different ways.
I have an idea for you. I was
do?
talking to Pat. I know this is going to sound crazy, but I know that it would work because I was in the music business too, but we're not going to talk about that.
Okay, Daisy, let's hear it.
No, okay. So this was my idea, right? And I think I was listening to your music online, and I thought, wouldn't it be great with your melodic operatic sound to mix that in with a contemporary rapper like Kendrick Lamar today? I say Kendrick Lamar because his lyrics are like highly intelligent, deep.
Oh, that sounds good to me. I have had
That would be amazing. I almost have the song in my head, like what you would do in the
let's do
song.
it, Daisy, because I'll tell you something. I have been approached, so to speak, in the past, even by Grammy Award-winning rappers. I have a block about I need my record label to guide me or to send me in there or somebody to direct me, because someone even sent me some contemporary tracks and they said, just make something up. They wanted me to do what you're talking about. And I'll be honest, it's an idea waiting to happen. And there was a famous opera singer, I don't know how many years ago, 30, even 40 years ago. I don't know. I think the group was called Queen.
Oh,
yes.
Queen. That's I love that band.
So there was a famous opera singer. I loved her so much, Montserrat Caballé. She was of Spanish descent, and she sang with Freddie Mercury.
Which track? I have to
You know what? Now that's about all I can tell you at this very moment.
I'll find out tonight.
But it was really popular. It became very popular, so I'm very open to that. As long as the lyrics, I'm really disturbed by a lot of stuff that's going on.
Well, this is why I mentioned specifically Kendrick Lamar and even Wiz Khalifa. These are the popular ones. Yeah, I listen to the rap music, but because I think that would be such a great combination, and he's so intelligent, and he's so like his songs are just really moving.
Well, I
and
think it would be great because, like, currently, for example, I've done shows with Tony Bennett, who I adore, and he's teamed up with Lady Gaga.
Yes.
So
That's some team.
I mean, that is from one end of the
They're
spectrum and they're terrific
They are
together.
terrific.
And you'll find that usually when you have like the opposite, music genres that come in together, they're the ones that skyrocket to number
Yes,
one. Like when
you are right.
You had Nelly come do a duet with Georgia. What is it? Florida Georgia Line, country music and rap, and the people were like, "What?" And it was like, "What? The number one song for I don't even know how many weeks." Like in the country billboards.
I think that's
and
fantastic,
so,
and I'm really open
Did you
to that.
do Tony Bennett duet?
I haven't yet, but I'd like to. I mean,
say
we were on the
yes.
same program. We've been on the same program, but we didn't do a duet yet. Yet.
I thought that Gaga Bennett duet was the height of the music.
It's
the
an
pinnacle of
amazing
music.
combination,
Really
and
great,
it just
great,
shows that
great.
music, two great artists
I
can.
didn't think that she was as good as that.
Oh
yeah,
no,
a lot of people
That's
felt
what
that
she-
way.
that's
well,
what
when
she
she
told me
first
how good she
started, when
was.
she started out,
She
was
really
doing
is
like
good.
Yes.
those piano bars in New York City. So she's always knew how to sing, but she had to come up with her gimmick to get out
Yes.
there first, and then do whatever she wanted to do.
And she also has that legitimate voice, which,
Mm-hmm.
I come, of course, your audience doesn't know it yet. They didn't hear my music, only those that already know me. But she has a legitimate sound also. They call it legitimate, like it's almost like operatic or something. And, there's a lot of
But
singers.
you broke the heights of the sound barrier, you might say, in your appearances, your entertaining, all your various dates that you've accumulated all over the
you know
world.
what? Thank you. Yes.
I know you've been to Canada. I know you've been to Japan. I know you've been to Taiwan. You've been all over the world. You've been
have.
to Italy and such, and even South America. And everybody acclaimed you. In fact, they just did that in Italy. You just came back from Puglia.
They did.
I read
Lou.
about
You had
that.
a
We're
show
so-
over there?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
government, the Italian
government-
government invited me because they consider me, they call it a pugliese nel mondo, like somebody in the world that made it from that region, Puglia
Oh,
region, because my
okay.
grandparents. So they actually invited me. I went there last October, November, and participated in a very important music conference in Bari, Italy, called Metamix Bari. And then since I was going there, they organized a concert in my grandparents' hometown
Oh, that
of
is so
Molfetta.
sweet.
And all of you listening out there, I don't know how many people are from Hoboken. My grandparents emigrated from Molfetta to Hoboken on my mother's side. And at the end of my concert, I speak Italian also now. And I spoke about my grandparents and them coming to Hoboken, New Jersey, and my grandfather's name. And at the end of the concert, a priest, who's now a Monsignor, got up on the stage, and he said my grandfather's nickname was Mingucci. Domenico is Mingucci in there, and he's got on the microphone. He said Mingucci, and I said, I can't believe. Oh, it was so moving. It was so incredibly moving.
That's quite an honor. You must have been really overwhelmed with emotion.
I
A lot of buddies
was.
traveled, had relocated to Hoboken. A lot of
Yeah,
people
they
from
all,
Bali.
so many people did. And the thing that was interesting for me was people would say, I'm known for Italian music, even though I sing in 8 languages. They used to say to me, oh, in Italy, they don't want those old songs, and they don't want, but that's not true.
No.
That audience went berserk. And then I did also a tribute to my mother's hometown, Hoboken. Of course, I did a Sinatra tune. New York,
You
of
have
course.
to do a Sinatra if you're in Hoboken.
And so that was that trip. It was amazing.
That's we're talking so much about the music that you do, so we should actually play one of her
Absolutely.
tunes, right?
I can't wait.
Pat, are we okay, we're gonna listen first
I
to
just wanna-
Anna McCory?
Yeah, I just want to explain why I chose that. It's one of my favorite that I recorded, and it's called Heart and Soul in Italian. And I'm actually going up to do the Villa Roma, the Sons of Italy on convention on Saturday. So I thought that would be great to do some of the old tunes, That's why.
Okay, so let's hear Anna. Did I pronounce it? Anna. That was
Bravo,
absolutely
bravo.
beautiful.
The ultimate.
Ultimate. And speaking of ultimate, why don't we mention our sponsors before we continue this wonderful conversation with Cristina?
Oh, well, they'd want their name mentioned for
Yes,
sure.
I know.
Oh, absolutely.
I know. So our first sponsor are the 8 Cicciolini brothers. I know, your cousins.
Mia Cucina.
The 8 Cicciolini brothers. They specialize in home furnishings and appliances.
Yes, they do.
So they also, I mean, if you're looking for a new stove,
Those
furniture,
are the people to speak to.
microwave, dishwasher,
I
washer, and
recommend them
dryer,
very highly.
you've got to come down to 537 Franklin Avenue in Nutley, New Jersey.
Remember, you heard that with Cristina Fontanelli singing a song.
Yes, maybe we can have her sing the next sponsor.
Yeah, you're right. Exactly.
And our other sponsor, Garudo's Pork and Pasta Store.
Oh, no fillers.
No fillers.
No fillers.
All natural. No preservatives. No fillers. Natural casings.
The best
Healthy
pork
choice
around.
of pork, turkey, and chicken. They're
Yeah.
located at 108 Franklin Avenue in Nutley, New Jersey.
And Sam Garudo, my cousin.
You never mentioned his first name,
Yeah,
Sam.
Sam Garudo.
Hi,
he
Sam.
has been around for a while. He's taking care of
Taking
things
care of
on the
business.
home front. Yeah.
All
But he's
right.
been around a long time, 65 years.
That's a long time.
He's a great man.
That's a long time. Now let's get
And,
back to Cristina.
Does a lot for the kids, too, you know.
Oh, that's wonderful. We'll touch up on that again later when I mention Garudo's and the Cicciolini brothers.
Yes, indeed.
But we have so much to discuss with Cristina because she's so fascinating and she's
She is fascinating. Let's get with it.
You do so much. How long have you been in the business doing this?
I started singing professionally. My first major job was as soprano soloist with the Mantovani Orchestra in the 90s, like 90, 91, I don't know, something like that. And that was and I went all over the country with them, the Kennedy Center, the Philadelphia Academy of Music. I wound up going over to Japan and to
Wow.
Korea with them, which is really fascinating. I have a lot of stories. I love the Japanese people, and the Korean people were so
Yeah.
kind. But in Japan, the custom is, at the end of the concert, they'd bring out a big, huge, beautiful bouquet of flowers and give it to the conductor.
She represents our country
Not to
magnificently.
me. Not to me.
And you sang to 2 presidents.
I did. I sang
At
in
the
the
White
White House for
Which
during
presidents?
President Bill Clinton's presidency, and I sang at the inauguration of George W. Bush.
Did Bill ask you out at all?
Oh, stop
You know
it.
what?
See, you're in trouble. This is
He's
why I
in
have to take
trouble.
off my shoe.
There you go.
See?
Take off your wedgie shoe
I
there
have to.
and give him
I have to put him in check. I have to, make sure he doesn't
everyone.
step out of
But
line.
he's not the first one that asked that, though. So actually, the truth is that evening he was called away. President Clinton was called away at yet another crisis. Nothing like we're seeing now, but in the Middle East. So he was on a crisis. So unfortunately, he wasn't there.
Oh, wow.
So I mean, I didn't have to face that at all.
Too bad you didn't see it.
But his charming ways. But
I went on your website, and I don't know why I found this actually fascinating. I know it's because I'm a fan of his. You were a picture with Dr. Oz.
yes.
What occasion were you at that you're like with Dr.
Well,
I love him.
I loved him too. He was so wonderfully nice. And I was singing at the National Organization of Italian American Women had their gala dinner at the St. Regis Hotel in New York City, and they were honoring Dr. Oz's wife. I think her name is Lisa, and wonderful woman herself. And he came along, and the photographers asked us actually to, for me to pose with him. And I love those photographs with Dr. Oz. He was awfully nice.
I was like, I gotta ask her about this picture.
A
over
lot of
here.
controversy now about Dr. Oz.
Oh, we're not. No, see,
No,
this is
we're
why.
not going there.
See,
Of course not.
shh, stata nici.
No, not the cheat.
That's
Whatever it is, I'm
You
from
work on
Georgia.
your.
Yeah, there you go. Now I can tell you're not Italian.
I never said I was
That-
Italian. You said it. I could tell you in my native language. Cállate la boca.
There you go. That sounds interesting.
Yes.
I sing in Spanish as well, 8 languages.
So what are the languages? You said 8.
I just did a show actually called The Great International Songbook. So Spanish, French, German, Italian, Yiddish, Japanese, Korean, Chinese. I'm working on a song right now, Russian, And I'm actually going to add Portuguese, so to cover. And I was out in Wyoming. Believe it or not, it was just beautiful. They were so sweet to me. And I did programs for the kids in the school and did my public concert. But they wanted to hear about my show business and my background. And you know what? The thing that they focused on the most?
What?
I talked about music and everything. But when I said I traveled all over the world and I sang in so many countries and I rode on a camel, and the kids, they just went crazy, and I sang a little phrase here and there in all different languages, and they just were fascinated.
Camel.
The camel? That was in Egypt. That was in Egypt. I can tell you funny story, amusing stories. I was on tour with a little group, a troupe of opera singers called the Ambassadors of Opera, and we were singing at the Cairo Opera House, and we had a day off. And so we went on a tour, to go see the pyramids and the Sphinx.
Oh, that's
so
interesting.
It was incredible.
Isn't it incredible? And
then we were near the camels, just 3 singers, or the tenor, another soprano, myself, and they got on the camel, and I was scared to get on the camel. But it was either get on the camel or be left behind, in this. So I got on the camel, and then I was on the camel, and we're riding on the camel, and it's kind of a great.
How was that? Is it the same like riding a horse?
They're really rude. The camels. They make these
I know they spit
noises
and
spit, and but it's
they get ornery. They don't move.
Exactly, they get ornery, sort of like you.
Oh
Lou.
my God, like you at the same time.
Sort of like you, Lou.
I knew I was going to beat my match tonight.
But it's so funny. I was on this camel, and they were saying, the other two were saying, "There's the Sphinx. There's the Sphinx." And I'm like, "Where's the Sphinx? I didn't see it because I always thought it was so big. It's really not as big as the pyramids." So I turned, and there was the Sphinx. So that's my story about.
Yes.
I have so many stories from being on tour, including in Africa and on safari and so many things.
That's fascinating.
You've seen it
thank
all.
You. Well, I don't know if I've
You've
seen it all, but I've seen a lot. I have.
Traveled
and you got a lot more to
see.
see.
Yes. So,
Yeah.
Which language did you find the most difficult to learn?
That's a great question. It's a toss-up. Japanese is very similar to Italian. A, E, O, U are the vowel sounds. The only issue is if you mix up one vowel, you might be saying
something completely different.
The Korean language is really not easy. And I sang a beautiful song in Korean. It's so beautiful. It's about the mountain in North Korea that they have relatives there, but they can only look at the mountain now because they can't cross into, everyone's.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. It's the
For
most
your information,
beautiful
we have
song.
Korean listeners.
Do you?
Yes, we positively do.
감사합니다.
Yes, we
That's
do.
it. And,
welcome aboard.
And Japanese, hajime mashite dozo yoroshiku.
Ooh.
Yeah, nice to meet you in Japanese. And
I just know how to say I love you. Wahani.
There you go.
That's
That's important.
I was going to use it sometime this year, but that didn't turn out to be the case. So, no wahani over here.
Oh, well, at least you know it for the future.
I'll, in case, it should happen, I'll be ready. Wahani, Lou. I know how to say it in French too, but again, who am I going to tell?
Well, it's useful,
My dog.
You never know, Daisy.
Never know. Yeah.
For your listeners, Daisy's very beautiful. So,
thank you.
Is anyone out there that wants her to say that to them? I love you in French or Japanese.
Whoever you say that to is very lucky.
There you go.
Very fortunate.
That's another story, Christina, for off the air.
Shall we hear
We'll do another show. We'll start a different show about that.
Talk about my broken heart.
Aww.
But anyway, let's get back to you. Have you ever did you ever do a duet with
Louis Cicenia?
Not you.
Oh.
Opera singer that's really famous and well known that I would know.
Oh, that's a hard one.
Who am I thinking of? I'm thinking of
Luciano Pavarotti or Placido Domingo.
The other one, the other Lou. No, not Lou. Now you got me saying Lou. Andrea
Bocelli.
Love him.
Well, we are working on that. My manager has been. I'm really close, and I'm praying that happens because I love him so much, and very close to singing with Andrea Bocelli. But the irony is, I wound up being the PBS TV host in Central Park for Andrea Bocelli's concert. I was there with 4 distinguished PBS hosts, including Paula Zahn, and that was my first appearance on PBS. So there I was.
Oh, Paula Zahn, really?
Yeah.
The music that you have on your CDs. I mean, who writes the music? Do you write some of the music? Do they come from are they like revisions of other?
Most of them are
songs, or-
famous songs already that for whatever reason, I have never written a song. I don't know why. I get an inspiration for other things, even for writing, or even I wrote a poem. I wrote, but a song I never. We did some of the lyrics I have changed, so some of that is creatively mine, But for the most part, up until now, I've sung mostly things that are just famous songs, classic songs,
Which
Yeah.
is your favorite? Of all the songs that you've ever done, which is the one that like really has touched to the point that you could just break down and
Whoa,
I got
that's
a
a good
song
question.
that takes that title.
Would you like to tell us which one is
Ave
it?
Maria.
I love that one. I love that. That makes me cry every
You want to
every
pass
time.
out? Listen to her sing that song.
Maybe we should play that one.
So help
Do you
me
know,
God.
I was interviewed by a magazine. They asked me, what was the song I've most requested? It's definitely the Ave Maria.
Maria.
And it's been requested from people that it has no religious meaning for.
It's a beautiful song.
Yeah, it really is.
Sing one little line now,
I'm not
please.
in great voice.
And I'm putting her on
but-
the spot, but I just love that
She
song.
sang
so
it to a
much.
friend of mine's wake.
Ave Maria, gratia plena, Maria, gratia plena, Maria, gratia plena. And if they would like to hear the rest of it,
Wow.
Wow.
I mean, it's on my
You know,
CD
I've been
actually.
very emotional these last
Acapella.
couple of months. Now I just want
Acapella.
to cry. A good
Acapella.
cry, like a good cleansing
Good,
cry.
good.
Yeah. We should hear more music. More
She
music.
sang that in the church in St. Lucy's already. One night. I was
Have
there
you?
one afternoon.
I have sung that all over the
All
over the
country,
world, not
in
just in
churches and
James's funeral, my friend.
yes.
And she sang that song at his funeral home, at funeral services.
That's a beautiful
One-
song.
one-
But
a
you,
close
that was
friend
beautiful.
to her and to me.
Now,
Both.
just for the listeners to
She
understand,
came down. She was a friend, and she came down, performed her services to a mutual friend of mine.
yes, because whenever I can, I try to do it because,
You're wonderful. You travel.
You
all
want to
around
you
doing
share
that.
your gift that came from.
well, it's
above,
important.
yeah,
And
yeah.
for your listeners that don't know, the Ave Maria, of course, we dedicate it to the Blessed Mother. And I've sung it in Japan, for example, on Christmas shows, and they just love it. And to them, it's not religious. My friends are Jewish, and they just love it, and they ask me to sing it. But when I sing it, I am dedicated to my faith, and I really do dedicate it to the Blessed Mother. And many times I asked her to take care of my own mother, and she passed away last December. So
Oh, I'm sorry.
I believe she was protected, divinely protected, because of the many times that I had sung that.
But when you were just singing it right now, like the energy from you singing it, I felt it.
Wow.
Like I really felt it. Like, oh, I'm thinking to myself, "Don't cry, Daisy."
Aww,
And it's
that
just,
sweet?
I love that song anyway. But being so, I've never been so close to someone who sang it like so with such power, and
Wow.
you just did it like in a drop of a hat.
Aw.
You're really talented, but
Oh,
you didn't
thank
need me to
you.
tell you that.
Oh well, it never
I wanna
hurts.
hear her sing "Mama."
Oh yes, we're gonna play that right
Well,
now.
you know-
Play that. Okay.
Yes.
I chose that actually because that's the number 2 song I'm asked to sing all the time. And it really goes along with the Ave Maria for the Blessed Mother and my mama, who's now in Paradiso, my mama Francesca. So this is Mama.
When the evening shadows fall and another day is through, then with longing I recall di più cara. Mamma, quando ci vedremo, mamma, mamma, ti voglio bene. Safe in the warmth of your love, close to the heavens above, nothing could ever replace the warmth of your tender embrace. Until the day that we're together once more, I live with that memory until the day that we're together once more.
Thank you.
Beautiful talent. You're such a talented individual. As we opened the show with
Absolutely.
those comments.
And Lou,
It's so wonderful to have her here.
She has a couple of shows that we really need to let the public know. But before we do, I just want to thank one more time our sponsors, the H. Cicalini Brothers, located at 537 Franklin Avenue in Nutley. Their phone numbers 973-661-2100. They have everything from A to Z with a full inventory of appliances and anything for your home furnishings. And Garuda's Pork and Pasta Store, located at 108 Franklin Avenue, Nutley, New Jersey. Their phone number is 973-667-7606. So thank you to our wonderful sponsors. Now, Christina, you and I were talking off air about these very important shows that you have coming up. Let's talk about
Yeah,
those.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Well, the next one, big one that I'm at the Villa Roma, everybody. Just in case you'd like to come to Villa Roma in the Catskills, it's the New York State Sons of Italy convention, and I will appear there on Saturday night. But after that, we have something in the Vineyard in the North Fork of the Hamptons on Long Island. It's a very beautiful spot. It's Saturday, July 18 at 7 p.m., and it's under the auspices of Opera in the Hamptons. We're going to do Cristina Fontanelli and her fabulous friends from opera to Broadway. So, everyone can log on to my website.
Yes,
that would
what's
be
your
the best
website?
thing to do. www.CristinaFontanelli.com. Cristina Fontanelli is spelled C-R. There is no H. C-R-I-S-T-I-N-A. Fontanelli means little fountains in Italian, and that is F like Frank, O-N-T-A-N-E-L-L-I. www.CristinaFontanelli.com. And you can also get information at our office at 212-217-6181, 212-217-6181. And then I'd like to tell you, please mark your calendars. We have people coming from all over the world to the 12th annual Christmas in Italy show, which in New York City will be Saturday, December 5th. At 3 p.m., we always do an afternoon show because people bring their kids, they bring their grandparents, their aunts, their uncles, their cousins.
It's a great show. I've been here a couple times.
Yeah, Christmas in Italy.
Couldn't make last year, though. It was impossible for me to make it.
So this is going to be the 12th year that you're doing?
This is the 12th
Oh, wow.
annual Christmas in Italy. We just scheduled for the first time in Delray Beach, Florida on Tuesday, December 15th at 3 p.m. We will have Christmas in Italy. We will also do Christmas in Italy on the West Coast. It's been there. This will be the fourth year in San Diego area, which probably will be Sunday, December 19th or around there, and probably in Los Angeles as well. I love this quote. We had a magical time, two Italian boys from Brooklyn. So if you want to come and, if you want to hear mandolins and children, we have children singing and dancing and the accordion and guitar and the choir and everything you could possibly think of that's Italian at Christmas time. Please please come. And also to get more information at this moment, log on to www.CristinaFontanelli.com or call our office 212-217-6181. The tickets will go on sale very shortly for both of these events. And we really hope you can make it, and bring your kids. Bring your grandma. We had a woman in there, 97 years old.
Wow.
She loved it so much that her birthday's on June 1st, and she came for her 98th birthday to my show on Long Island. So this is how much people are impressed by what goes on.
Wonderful. Absolutely. So all the information is on your website.
Yes.
So
also my CDs. You can log on my website and purchase my CDs. Get more information. Please friend me on Facebook. All over the world, friend me on Facebook, Cristina Fontanelli, and thank you so much for having me on your show.
Thank you for being here. Speaking of Facebook, real quick, because now you reminded me that if anybody wants to email me, Daisy, or Lou, you can also email us at thegreaterjerseybuzz@gmail.com. That was it.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, and you're gonna call back from Daisy.
Oh, personally.
And I want to thank my dear friend Louis Cicenia for inviting me here, and for his friendship through the years, and introducing me to all the lovely people from Nutley, New Jersey, in this area. And a special shout out to Carmen Orecchio, who hasn't been feeling very well. I pledged to sing him Mama, which is his favorite song, as soon as he gets out of that place, wherever he is, and goes home.
You're
How's
so
that?
sweet.
Yeah, he's in a medical facility. He'll be okay, though. He's doing better. Yes, she did sing Mama to him already in the car. We had it set up, into his room where he was not in bed.
In Columbus Day Parade, we were in the car.
And so Mr. Recchio, former governor,
Yes,
he's,
mayor.
And mayor as well. Governor and mayor.
Oh,
both.
I didn't know that part.
Yes. And senator for 20 years, president of the Senate. So quite a gentleman.
We're so honored to have you here. I heard so many things about you. I've been hearing Cristina Fontanelli since last year, since I started the show. We're going to have her. And, finally.
Yeah, well, she stomps here. She comes here all the time.
So it was an honor for me to meet you. And I'm so thank you for singing the little bit of Ave Maria for
she
me.
Put
That
a lot
really
of life
meant a
into
lot
this
for me.
community, I'll tell you that much.
Well, that really personally meant a lot to me.
I'm so glad, Daisy.
Unknowingly that it was going to mean, that you were going to.
And I hope,
touch me.
I hope I hear from some of your listeners, because it's always great to get feedback and know that they're out there. And the world is becoming such a small place.
Yes.
You go on a wonderful show like this, the Greater Jersey Buzz.
Thank you.
I like that.
Buzz.
and then you hear the buzz back from people, So it's we can change the world one show at a time, I mean, the world needs beautiful music and great.
One song at a time, one show at a time. We'll get there. Baby steps, but we'll get there. But on that note, we're going to get ready to say good night. And thank you so much, Cristina, for stopping by and battling the New York traffic.
Thank you.
Come back and see us again.
We're going to close the show with one more song by Cristina called
Oh Mama, the Butcher Boy.
That's a beautiful song. It really is. I love that song.
And until next time, thanks for listening, everyone.
Get it over.
Hey, Christy, I got on the lamb chop. Hey, Christy, you want to marry me?
The butcher boy, I wanna marry the butcher boy. Oh, mama, oh, get that man for me. Oh, mama, how happy I will be. Tra-la-la, shitty-bitty-bee. Oh, if I'm going to marry, it's the butcher boy for me. Mama dear, come over here and see who's looking in my window. It's the baker boy, and oh, he's got a cannoli in his hand. Cannoli's a good
fruitcake. Hey, Christy, I got the cheesecake. Hey, Christy, Christy, you want to marry me?
The baker boy, I wanna marry the baker boy. Oh, mama, oh, get that man for me. Oh, mama, how happy I will be. Tra-la-la, and chitty-bitty-bee. Oh, if a man marries the baker boy for me. Mama dear, come over here and see who's looking in my window. It's the choir boy, you know he needs a singer for his band. Tell me why he sings a song whenever he goes by my window. Donna, Donna, he's in love, and you're in love, and love is grand.
Hey, Christy, you sing like an angel. Hey, Christy, I can't live without you. Hey, Christy, Christy, you've got to marry me.
The choir boy, I wanna marry the choir boy. Oh, mama, the choir boy is here. Oh, mama, he's singing in my ear. Tra-la-la, his voice is very clear. He's the mama of me, mine is cute as here.
La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Oh, he's so cute.
Thanks for joining us. The Greater Jersey Buzz is about you. So take part in the conversation on our Facebook page and also email us your comments and suggestions to thegreaterjerseybuzz@gmail.com. Till next time.
Hi, I'm Randy Lupo, host of The Randy Lupo Show on Broadband Box Office. Wait, is that a tongue twister or an alliteration? Come meet my favorite people, comedians, actors, writers, spiritual people, and everyone in between. I'm looking forward to seeing you.
Hello, this is Dr. Barry Prostowski. I invite you to watch Courageous Doctors, an exciting new show on Broadband Box Office about how healthcare is affecting you today.